Hey guys, it's Sharika and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I would love to have you. So today we are doing some giant snow crabs here. I have some sausage, potatoes, and corn. For today's drink, I have a mint and lemon water. So let's go ahead and say grace. Amen. Hey y'all. Happy Monday. So we do have a story time today. Let me get all this stuff out the way. Let me turn off my warmer. I see this butter about to drip. What's up, y'all? All right, so let's get into it. I am starving. Take some of this corn real quick. Okay. Okay. We're gonna jump right in. So today's story time is from the show called Model Killers. So this will be my second time doing a story time on that show. Now this story is a very popular story. I never knew the whole thing until I watched the show. So there was a girl named Jasmine. And Jasmine wanted to be a model. So she had the blonde hair, the big boobs. She went into an agency and that particular agency had a whole team that did your makeup, your hair, took the pictures, whatever. So the guy that did hair, when she walked in, immediately he's like, oh Lord, you know, here's another, you know, blonde hair, big boob chick. She's probably high maintenance and I'm gonna have to work with her. But when she introduced herself, she was very down to earth. So he said they became friends like immediately. So, you know, they would hang out and they worked together. So every time they would go out, Jasmine would get a lot of attention from guys. But you know, she was just trying to make it big in the modeling industry. And the dude that did her hair, he was one of the girls. He didn't want that she had, okay? So one night, Jasmine was hanging out at the bar. All the guys trying to get a number. But she was attracted to the bartender and they would flirt with each other all the time. Well, this one night, the bartender was running a $2 margarita special. So she took him in the bathroom and gave it to him proper. All up and through the bathroom. I mean, heavy breathing, fast, ripping each other's clothes off. Doing the whole nine. Sweating, spitting, everything. So girl, now they're a couple. Now, he really was a big time bartender because he would bartend celebrities, parties, and different things like that. So he had like big time connections. So he would put her in front of a lot of different celebrities. She done walked the red carpet, going to parties with celebrities, all types of stuff. So she having a good time with him. So they ended up getting married. 2 years into their marriage, she found out that he had a problem with drugs. Got into a car accident. And the person that he hit, they didn't make it. So the police arrested him for manslaughter. And he had to do 5 years in the pen. So when they came to pick him up from the house, he begging Jasmine, please wait for me, whatever. And Jasmine was heartbroken because, you know, she loved him. She's still trying to make it big in the industry. So, you know, she have to do different things, get different jobs, whatever. So she ended up filing for divorce. So now she wanted to try to become a centerfold model. Now she's met Hugh Hefner and she done went to a few of their parties and stuff like that, but she wanted her picture in the centerfold. So they set it up. She went, took the pictures. She ended up not getting it. The photographer gave her his card and said, I have a friend, I can get you a job at the Playboys Club. But that's in Vegas. She called the number, she set it up, boom, she moves to Las Vegas. So now, she's basically like a bottle girl in a bikini, serving drinks, this, that, and the third. But you know, sometimes the bottle girls still like to have that model title. So she still was a model. And of course, guys hitting on her. She meeting a lot of different people. She runs into this one dude flirting with her hard. He's a millionaire. So they go to dating. He proposes to her. She said yes. So now they're living together. Okay? But while she's still, you know, working, you know, she gotta be in this bikini all the time. Guys flirting with her. Millionaire didn't like that. Okay? And he was very jealous and started trying to control her. So she's like, listen, I'm too young for this. I have dreams of my own. And this is just what I have to do. So she ended up breaking up with him. Right? So now here's where it gets crazy. She out one night, minding her own business. So she runs into this dude named Brian. Now Brian came from money and he had his own money. But Brian also liked to be in front of the camera. In fact, he was on a reality show, I Love New York. Okay? He was on I Love New York. His dream, he wanted to be a big time actor. So they hit it off right away. They got married in 3 days. Okay? So they date and they having a good time. They taking trips. They doing this, that, and the third. But see, it was supposed to be a secret that he had a wife because he was on the reality show. He's supposed to be single. So that's how you know them shows ain't real. Okay. So girl, they thick as thieves, okay? But she was still, you know, she was still working. So she had to host this one party. It was like a pool party. And she didn't host, but she did the little, you know, serving the drinks and stuff like that. Guess who at the party? The ex-fiance, the millionaire. So they talking, they flirting with each other first of all. And her boyfriend or her husband is sitting back watching the whole thing getting heated. Smoke coming out his ears and everything, child. So he pulls her to the side and they go to arguing. Loud and ghetto, okay? They probably at like $1 million mansion and they acting a fool. So the new husband decides he gonna punch her in the arm. She falls in the pool. The people call the police on him and they arrest him. Who comes to her rescue? The millionaire ex-fiance. Telling her, you don't need this, let me take care of you. Call me, this, that, and the third. Right? So now, she decides she's gonna forgive the husband and they're gonna move back to LA. Because remember, she moved to Vegas for the Playboy Club. She called her best friend and told him she was coming to get her hair and her makeup done. So when she got to the salon, she walks in with this brunette hair and a husband on her arm. So they couldn't really talk because the husband, the whole time, he's sitting next, like right next to her. Like right next to her. And the best friend just thought that was weird because he was like, you know, why is he still here? Like, this is our time to catch up on gossip and whatever. We can't talk about nothing because he just right on top of you. So the best friend decides that he's gonna go in the back and text her. So he texts her and he's like, you got married? Like, what the hell? Like, you know, you didn't change your hair color. Because I guess that wasn't, like, brunettes wasn't a thing for, like, Playboy models and things like that. And they knew that that's what she really wanted to do. So he was just like, what's going on? Like, who is this dude? So she was like, I can't really tell you too much about it right now. But I do plan on leaving him, but just don't say nothing. Right? He finished doing her up. They left. So while the husband Brian was on the reality show, she'll be messing around with the millionaire boyfriend. And on top of that, the ex-husband was now home and he wanted her back. So now she in this love triangle. She got 3 men. And all of them want her. Right? Her and the millionaire was going out on trips. They would go out of the country using fake names and different stuff like that, just like real low key. He was her whole side piece. So when the ex-husband got out of jail, she went to go see him. They had a little fling, but you know, he not this big shot no more. And she wanted to do it with money. She was a whole city girl by this time, so she like, you know, you can't really do nothing for me. So, you know, what we had back then, you know, we got to leave that in the past, like, and let this thing go. So one night she hanging out with her husband, but she texting Millionaire, and she telling him, I'm done with this, come get me a plane ticket, I'm done with this, I want to be with you, and I'm gonna leave him. 2 days later, after sending that text message to the Millionaire, a homeless guy finds Jasmine's body in a dumpster, in a suitcase. They call the police. The police come out, the detectives. Her face was beaten so bad, they couldn't identify her. So of course they said, okay, well, we'll send in the fingerprints. When they pulled her arms up, all 10 of her fingers were cut off. So they said, okay, we'll use her teeth. All 32 teeth were pulled out. All 10 toes were cut off. Okay? They were able to identify who she was by her breast implants. So of course they go to the first husband, because he just got out of jail. And he said he talked to her 4 days prior, and he knew she was with a guy, but he haven't seen her. So before even going to the Millionaire dude, they were able to pull the surveillance cameras from a hotel that her and her husband was staying. They see them walking out of the hotel. Hours later, they see him running back to the hotel by himself. Hours after that, he's running back out of the hotel, but this time he has a suitcase. So immediately he became the prime suspect because it's the same color as the suitcase that they found. And the reason why we didn't see Jasmine go back into the hotel is because the hotel room that they had was on the first floor, and it had a door. So you can get in, but you have to go inside of your room and to open the door. It didn't have a key to get inside the room on the outside. You had to be inside your room to open the door. So that's what he did. He opened the door, or he went to his room, he opened the door and got her back in the room. So they go looking for him. It's a manhunt. Well, word got out that he was now on the run going to Canada, right? They got everything set up with the Canada police. They found her car. Blood and everything was in her car. So they basically said that the fight started in the car. He beat her up so bad, she couldn't walk through the lobby like that. And he beat her up in the car. So once they got back into the hotel, he knew if she called the police on him, he would go to prison and his whole career would be over. And he snapped. He strangled her. And then once he did that, he knew he had to get rid of the body. So that's when he cut off her fingers, her toes, pulled her teeth. He did it in the bathtub. So that way it was easy cleanup. So they finally caught up with him. They knew the hotel that he was staying in. So when they bust in the hotel room, he had committed suicide and hung himself. I'm sure you guys have heard that story before. I just knew that he committed suicide, and I did hear about them saying that he killed his girlfriend, because it was all over the news. But this was years ago. And that show comes on the Investigation Channel. Crazy. Okay guys, so I hope you're done eating. If you're eating with me, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at I am Sharika B, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye y'all.